Yo guys, what is up? Today we are back with Broadway grosses, so let's get into it. And Juliet continues to be a success at the box office, going from 97% capacity last week to 98% capacity this week, with an overall gross of $1 million. It's not specifically $1 million, and I do abbreviate it, but I will show you the screenshot of this specific amount of money, because I know some people in the comments were confused about that last week. But the point is, show's doing amazing. Any show would kill for these numbers in January. A Beautiful Noise is also doing amazing, going from 87% last week to 90% this week, bringing in $1,119,383, which was significantly down from last week's $1,140,975, but still, in the month of January, these numbers are pretty much unheard of, so these two shows are safe. Funny Girl went from 97% last week to 94% this week, going from 1,933,870 to 1,872,862. So as you can tell, not a huge not a huge decrease, and it's still doing amazing. Hadestown, again, I think it will close this year, but it's not doing terrible, but it could be doing better. It did 98% this week compared to last week's 99%, but because the tickets are so low, the overall gross is $753,000 compared to last week's $755,000. So yes, Hadestown is not doing super hot. Again, is it failing? Could it close in the next 5 months? Probably not. I think it's doing stable, but in this economy, Hadestown shouldn't necessarily be going under 800K, and this is the lowest it can possibly go. And again, I don't think it's failing, but again, I think it is something that we have to keep an eye on. Hamilton made $1 million once again, and again, it wasn't exactly $1 million. It was $1,871,920 and 99% capacity. Kimberly Akimbo went from 93% last week to 96% this week, but because the average ticket was under $100, it only managed to make $550,592 in its overall gross compared to last week's $537,653. I think Kimberly is safe until the Tonys. Amazing numbers. I will say if this wasn't a Tony Award contender for Best Musical, it would probably have closed, but I think as long as it can maintain not going under 500,000, it will be very much safe until the Tonys. Moulin Rouge went from 1,437,000 last week to 1,376,000 this week. Six made actually about $1 million, just roughly in the low $1 million range, going from 97.60 last week to 97.8 this week. Some Like It Hot might not be Some Like It Flop, going from 75% to 77%, making $846,335 this week compared to last week's $824,755. Some Like It Hot, you know what, it might be a prom. I might have been wrong. I'm gonna admit it, I might have been wrong. These are still not awesome numbers. This show should be doing what, and Juliet and A Beautiful Noise are doing. Like, those are successful numbers. It's definitely not a success, but it might just make it to the Tonys. But I definitely do think it will close this year. Might not be in January and February, though. And January has been going pretty good for a lot of shows, and that's very surprising. So I'm interested to see what exactly has changed and why this month, which is typically a bad month, is doing so decent. The Phantom made $2,483,532 this week and 99% capacity. And those are the grosses for this week. So yeah, not a lot of big changes on my end. A lot of the stuff has stayed the same. Some things that I thought were in trouble, like Hadestown and Some Like It Hot, are kind of doing decent. Very happy about that. The better shows do, the happier I am, the happier you are. So those are the grosses. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you next week. Peace.